What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So updated our Amber Amethyst Hyper Aggro deck, and we're going to go on Inktable and just do a couple games real quick to show the basis on how the deck works and why we play certain cards. Similar, or not similar, but like bosses on a roll. Why would you play this card? Well, it's a guaranteed lore to close out a game, and you also get to look at the top 5 and put something like Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom or Merlin Goat at the top of your deck. You can be sung with your Cinderella, so I do like her in there as a couple in there as a niche pivot line in that turn 1 slot. However, we do have our 1-drop in Lilo. We're going to get rid of the other uninkable cards. We also have Piglet come back with Bodyguard later. Really, this whole hand isn't terrible, but it's against Steel Song, so I don't necessarily want to go the Cinderella line. But you could go, say, Cinderella, Sing Boss, really help out your hand. Actually, maybe we will. We'll keep the tower as ink, try and get rid of her for an inkable card. That works out pretty well. So on the draw versus Steel Song, probably our worst matchup, we're going to get rid of the goat, and we're going to play a Cinderella and see what happens. Come back with our Simba Bodyguard. Calhoun is so good against this deck. Because it doesn't even trade. It doesn't even trade with the Simba. It just kills the Simba. Let's see. Let's get our top 5. So see, this is why I really like bosses on a roll. We just got a lore, and now we'd be guaranteed to get 2 more lore. How can we, let's see, Calhoun and then Robin Hood attack as well. So we wouldn't be able to have the friends on the off chance though. Or, let's see, what do we have for ink? Towers, piglets. If we ink the piglet, come back. I want Daisy. We don't want that. Cinderella's not going to stick around. That card's going to be bad here. I don't want double daisies. 1 wouldn't be bad, though. So, Calhoun and Robin Hood. We could go double 1-drop, and then our opponent is going to shift, sing, grab your swords. Or, yeah, let's go double 1-drop, actually. This is going to be interesting. We're on the draw versus our worst matchup by far. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, they whiffed on the song. That is good. Calhoun, yeah, we saw that coming. Take it out. What are we going to draw? We already knew what we were going to draw, which means if we... How did I want to do this? Ink the Donald. Play as not Bodyguard. Like I said, we're walking into a grab your swords very hard here, but it might be the only option we have. The shift Robin Hood actually hurts too. That hurts a lot. It's so weird when you're playing a hyper aggro deck and you have to pivot so hard away from the aggro portion, especially with the Calhoun plus the Robin Hood. Befuddle actually helps a little bit there. We can get Calhoun back. Could have bounced one of our own characters. Let's see if we quest with anything. He's just going to take it out. We quested Daisy. He gets the Pete. That's fine. But then we pass. We're in a really bad spot. We need to hit like insane. Just bodyguard after bodyguard after bodyguard. Lose the Daisy, Rapunzel, so they get the card draw. We'll try and go on the play next and see if it isn't any better in our favor. Can move. Can't even play our Dolores then, so that's unfortunate. Let's see, move and move. Still going to lose and lose. But we can at least get a little bit closer. Like I said, that Dolores is horrible. We would have needed like hit a bunch of bodyguards in a row just to like force them into them and slow it down. Mr. Smee, that's not going to help. With 2, 3, and 1, you're almost just better off taking out the tower. And there's the Calhoun. So next turn, we can get to 9. Whole bunch of characters going very wide. Not something I'm going to be able to deal with. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is going to be our game. So, oops, wrong one. Lilo to the tower. Quest at the tower. Let him attack our Lilo, and we're going to go ahead and, like I said, not be able to win. I don't expect to win on the draw, though, versus Steel Song almost ever. I think that they would have to brick horribly bad for that to happen. We'll go on the play, and then we'll go against some other decks and see how it plays out. Let's see, restart. It does let us go first this time. Sweet. Holy, that's a lot of uninkable cards. The Befuddle's going to be nice, though. We get rid of them. I'm still going to get rid of an extra Maleficent, too, just for ink reasons. Calhoun just eats this card so much. Goat could be actually halfway decent, so we'll keep it with the potential for ink. Unfortunate. We'll ink the Goat, play our Maleficent, and pass our turn. So Robin Hood comes down. Let's see. We could befuddle it. Draw another Goat. Just try to slow the opponent a bit. Would have been nice to say come down with the Piglet there, but we do what we got to do. If we could have hit a second 1-drop, Daisy actually would have been pretty nice. Come back with the Daisy and the Hood. Daisy takes me out, so we don't necessarily want that. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. We're going to go this route and pass. Take a turn off of questing. Yeah. Unfortunate. Tiana's so good, though. Just makes it so hard for them to challenge and take you out when they're losing their strength. Unfortunately, Steel Song has a lot of song cards, so they kind of play into it pretty well. Unequal card is unfortunate. We can get our Singer down, though. Get our Piglet down for the questing. Quest with our Tiana, so he's not going to be able to take it out via challenging very easily. We can befuddle next turn, especially if he doesn't shift Robin Hood. And Cinderella can sing our friends, shifts the Robin Hood. Can't attack, can sing a song though, takes out Piglet. What are we going to do? Sing, get a couple new cards. We're down 4 to 5. It's not terrible. Not terrible indeed. Definitely want to be aggressive here. Quest there, so we're up to 6. Again, in a spot where if they have the songs, that's going to hurt. But as far as questing or challenging goes, we're in a better spot. So they just hard play it, take out our Piglet again. Those darn Storm Rage ons. This Piglet, or not Piglet, the Daisy's actually really putting in work helping us right now. However, Grab Your Swords is going to hurt so badly. Just like that's going to hurt so bad. Let's see. You almost have to hope that they don't have the Grab Your Swords. So we'll play the Befuddle, get Calhoun back in the hand. We're going to go for it. Just balls to the wall. Gas pedal all the way down. Grab your sword, grab your sword. I wish that was Grab Your Sword, just so I know it's one less that could be in the hand. We're going to lose a character here, potentially. Maybe, maybe not. Cinderella's the only one they'd be able to. Come back with a bodyguard. We're sitting in a good spot, except for that. That is probably the worst thing that could have happened. I mean, we still go to 17, 18. and game. So yeah, we actually win the game. Perfect. So if you're on the play, Steel Song can be winnable. If you're on the draw, it's going to be very, very difficult. So remember, sequencing is very important. So you want to make sure you play your Donald. Yeah, we'll get him Bodyguard. It doesn't matter who gets the extra lore. Then we're going to quest up to 18, and as long as our opponent does not score 7 on their turn, then we will just play the Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom. I guess a Whole New World would hurt here a ton, just on that off chance that they do it, because we have game in our hand. We'll just ink a card. A Whole New World's pretty much the only way we don't win here, because we don't need any of our characters. We have in our hand what we need. We lose that. They go to 15. Again, that's fine. Then they'll quest for 3 more to 18 themselves, or challenge and take it out. That's, again, still fine. Challenge, challenge. So there's nothing in hand that's going to matter or help them that way. And we have the card we need. It actually worked. We can beat Steel Song. Let's go play another game, though. Which deck should we go against? Ruby Sapphire should be easy. Do we want another steel deck? I mean, pretty much everything on here is steel. Let's select that. We'll just do one game here. So we're actually on the draw. One game. Maybe we'll end up doing 2, but we're going to plan on doing one game against Amethyst Steel. Ooh, Daisy's tempting. Do you keep the double Daisy? Especially because we're putting 2 other uninkables back. I don't think we can, though, unfortunately. I'm going to keep the Cinderella because we got our turn 1 plus our bodyguard already. So we're going to keep her on the off chance we draw into songs and it actually makes sense to use her. Or in the event that we can just ink her. So we'll keep Cinderella as pseudo ink. We hit the Simba shift. That's really good. Good thing we didn't keep the other Daisy. We have like no ink then. Opponent misses the 1-drop. Knowing it's Amethyst Steel. Again, Calhoun just tears that card apart. See, they missed their 1-drop, though. I can draw those cards later. We'll get Daisy down, start questing. Try to get to that Tiana, too. Ooh. So, actually, now we're going to ink our friends. Now we're going to play Cinderella. And the Befuddle. Get that Calhoun out of there. At least for one more turn. Aerial Cleaner. Most likely ink in this matchup. Pass thy turn, and the Aerial Cleaner is the play. No, you would come back with Calhoun. You would definitely come back with Calhoun. Because now I'm pretty well and free. I'm going to go Tiana, actually. Can't take out the Daisy. I should have sung first, actually. Singing first, see what we get in our hand. That's okay. We're going to make an aggressive push here. So we got the Daisy. He can take out the Cinderella with the broom. Once Tiana's exerted, though, he's going to have to be spending his ink to challenge instead of playing cards. So that's why I really, really like Tiana. I think she's absolutely insane. Okay, Crab. Crab works. Crab works really well there. That's unfortunate, but we draw into another friend, so we can get really good value out of the Cinderella here. We hit our bodyguard too. We're going to quest here. Bouncing the crab is going to hurt. So. I'm actually going to ink there. Do we play our Simba exerted? Because I'd have to pay just to take it out. And do we just get the better value? Go up. Might as well. It's in our hand. It's going to get used. We got the 2 ink. Might as well just be resource efficient with it. So challenge. Spends the 3 ink, so he does lose it. Calhoun now making her appearance back. Quest, and we're going to pop and draw. So again, not being able to play many cards because they had to pay 3 ink just to be able to go through with the challenge is very nice. We're going to quest here to 10 and a... Ooh. Sequencing. I was just talking about it. Make sure you remember your sequencing. We would have missed out on a lore there, which in this deck is very important. Unfortunately, not getting to that 5 ink mark. Let's see, Calhoun is going to be able to trade. Now they don't even have to. Does the same thing. Crab works out pretty good there. Lose our Cinderella too, or did they just quest? Double Calhoun. Well, we got 5. So we're in an okay spot, actually. We just got to start slapping threats down. Befuddle, that actually is okay. And it's Inkable. Let's see, do they have a board wipe? I don't think so. So, play Simba, pass turn, quest, or, so you want 2, 3, 4, 5, go to 17, 18, 19, or we just pass turn, they go, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 11. And then we can quest with everything. Simba will then ready everything else. Short of having like some steel songs, we were actually in a decent spot. So now 1, 2, 3. I'll wait till they're done. I don't think there's a way. Some goat bounce shenanigans, I guess, could work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18. Yeah, goat bounce would hurt. Goat bounce would definitely hurt. But if we go quest, and quest, goat bounce, so what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, puts them at 18. We just need to not let them have 18. So let's go ahead, take out 1 threat. So now it would be goat bounce. Actually should have took out a Calhoun, because then they can't get the 2 lore. That would have been the play. Make sure we can win on our turn. Then Simba's going to go ahead and play, ready everything, and that's why Simba is so good. Again, if we took out a Calhoun, Simba would have survived it. They wouldn't get the 2 lore that way. With 6 ink, though, they could goat, bounce goat, not going to work. Tinkerbell's probably like the best card they could have drawn there, but again, it's still not going to be enough. So that is another play line you can go. Just keep in mind Simba with like the Calhouns. Take out the Calhoun. Don't do it. I did. I was just trying to get them out of goat, bounce, goat, win range, which worked. Just, you know, you could have been a little bit smarter. And then the big thing is just sequencing, like with Donald, making sure that you play it out how you really want to. The deck is about $212. The prices are started to come down, stabilize a bit more. I think they're a little more manageable now, more trustable. So we are playing nothing higher than a, oh, just kidding. We are playing a 5-cost card, you know, the Simba. So 2 Cinderella, 2 Diablos, and then the 12 high cost or high questing 1-drops. Diablo and Cinderella each have some niche uses. I don't think either one is overwhelmingly great. They're both great when they're great, and they're both pretty bad when they're not. I don't think they're really ever just good, but they're both inkable. So I just like the extra options that you have. Diablo, unlike Broom or Chernobog, where you get the draw no matter what when it's banished, instead of having to do something else in addition to it. And then Cinderella being able to sing is actually really big, and I like her a lot for that. We're at 19 uninkable cards. 4 Lilo Escape Artist, 4 Piglet Pooh Pirate Captains, 4 Simbas, 4 Donalds, 4 Tianas. The only change that I was still debating on really is dropping 1 Tiana for a 2nd Simba, just to keep my uninkable count. 19's already higher than I want to be. Dolores then, another draw card. Look how similar they are, other than the left arm being up, not down. Like pose-wise, just saying, hair bun, you know. I like Dolores for the draw. She's a multi-quester. She's inkable, unlike the rabbit. And then Merlin Goat, obviously, Goat. Yzma, I like Dolores because on play, she gets you the draw, whereas Yzma does not. So the 2-2 split's been actually really nice. Like I said, out of all the characters, the only thing I'm debating switching still is 1 Tiana for 1 Simba. Simba's just really good. Like you saw there in that last test match why he can be really good. The 4/4 body's really strong too. But Tiana's so good on her own. What else would we cut? There's so many uninkables in the deck already. I don't really want to go to 20, but maybe 20 is not terrible. Befuddle at 3. I like that. 4, it just gets weird a little bit later once their characters start to get a little too good. Gathering, Knowledge, and Wisdom. I like this combination here with the Boss and Gathering. And between Gathering, Boss, and Goat, you have 9 cards that get you immediate lore right there that your opponent can't respond to. I really like Boss. I know she's not popular to play this card, but I really like this card a lot. Drawing there too, and like if you have your Cinderella and you know she's gonna be set, and you can put and you see a Friends and like other cards, you can put the Friends at the top so that you draw it, and then you're gonna draw into your other 2 cards anyway, so you know what you're gonna hit. Rapunzel's Tower, I still really like this card, and I actually had a couple mirror matches where I played. And just moving like my bodyguards here, or even like your smaller characters here, and then having to challenge into your opponent's board, it worked out really well, and I was able to take control of the game because my defenses were higher. My characters survived these. You know, we're crashing 1/1s, but my 1/1s are now 1/4s, and it worked out really well. It just offers nice pivot lines, and you don't have to put every character there. Like Steel Song, you're in trouble no matter what, because songs, get around bodyguard. But otherwise, you like come back on Rapunzel's Tower. You don't play it on 2 ever. You never play it on 2 unless you literally have nothing else to play. You play Rapunzel's Tower on like 4 or 5, heaven forbid, and then you can move like your bodyguard there, or even like 3 and move your Simba there, and all of a sudden your bodyguard's got 6 willpower. So your turn 2 bodyguard's got 6 willpower. It's going to take them a little bit to actually punch through it and get rid of it. And if you shift your Simba, then he's going to have 7 willpower while readying your other characters. So I really, really like Rapunzel's Tower, actually, and I wouldn't change it out of the list. So like I said, the last thing I'm still debating on is the Tiana Simba. Do I pull one to put one? I'm not too sure, but we will see how it goes. But anyway, this is the deck in action a little bit and some updated changes. Let me know what you guys think down below, and until next time, take care.